The air crackled. A blinding light filled the void. Familiar landscapes warped and twisted, blurring into an alien panorama. This was the Nexus, a convergence point where the boundaries between countless anime worlds dissolved.
What is this place?
Naruto Uzumaki, Hokage and Master of the Rasengan, landed with a thud. His eyes widened, taking in the bizarre surroundings. He was in Konoha, but not. The familiar ramen stand was there, but so was a towering building that screamed modern Tokyo. Disoriented, he scanned the area, sensing others nearby.
This doesn't make any sense.
From the shadows of a Gothic cathedral emerged Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper and protector of Karakura Town. He drew his oversized sword, Zangetsu, its spiritual energy humming. Something was wrong. This wasn't his fight, yet he felt a familiar pull, a threat to existence itself. Across a shimmering lake amidst cherry blossoms stood Sakura Kinomoto, card captor and mistress of magic. In her hand glowed a staff, its tip crowned with a star. She felt a tremor in the magical flow, an imbalance of cosmic proportions. Fear threatened to engulf her, but she stood firm. She was a guardian, and she would protect her world. The ground rumbled beneath their feet. The sky, a tapestry of familiar yet alien constellations, pulsed with an ominous red light. The Nexus, once a beautiful amalgamation of their worlds, was unraveling. A cold wind swept through the Nexus, carrying whispers of despair and destruction. The air grew heavy, suffocating, as if the world itself was holding its breath. An unseen force was gathering, feeding on the chaos. Naruto, his senses honed from years of battle, felt it first. A sinister chakra, unlike anything he'd encountered before, was spreading like a virus. It was ancient, powerful, and it reeked of malice. Ichigo, attuned to the flow of spiritual energy, saw it. A swirling vortex of darkness was growing in the heart of the Nexus, consuming everything in its path. He recognized the chilling aura. It was the stench of hollows, but amplified 1,000-fold. Sakura, her heart pounding against her ribs, felt it too. A dark magic, potent and destructive, was warping the very fabric of the Nexus. It felt like the time she'd confronted Clow Reed's magic, but this was far, far worse.
Who's there?
Naruto shouted, his voice echoing through the eerie silence. He was answered by the clang of metal on metal. Ichigo, his guard up, emerged from the shadows.
That's what I'd like to know. You're not a hollow, but you're definitely not human.
Before Naruto could retort, a bright light drew their attention. Sakura Kinomoto, staff held high, stood atop a nearby hill. Her voice, laced with concern, reached them.
This world, it's collapsing. We need to work together if we're going to survive.
For a moment, suspicion hung heavy in the air. They were rivals, heroes from different worlds, thrust together by forces beyond their comprehension. But the tremor that shook the Nexus, the chilling wind that whispered of oblivion, served as a stark reminder. They were all in this together.
I don't know what's going on, but I can tell this is bad. Really bad.
I can sense a massive concentration of spiritual energy. Whatever's causing this, it's powerful, dangerous.
We have to stop it. If we don't, our worlds, they'll be destroyed.
As the gravity of their situation sunk in, a sense of urgency washed over them. They were strangers, thrown together by fate, but a common enemy had a way of uniting even the most unlikely allies.
I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and I'm gonna become Hokage. I don't know what kind of threat we're facing, but I promise you, I won't let it win.
Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. My job's protecting the living and the dead. Whatever that thing is, it's messing with my turf.
Sakura Kinomoto. I'm a card captor, and I won't let anything harm the people I care about.
Their introductions were brief, their pasts irrelevant in the face of imminent annihilation. They were heroes, each with their own unique skills and experiences, and they were all that stood between their worlds and oblivion.
We need a plan. That vortex, that's the source of the chaos. We need to destroy it.
Easier said than done. We don't even know what we're dealing with.
But we do know one thing. We're stronger together than we are apart.
Their newfound unity was immediately put to the test. From the swirling vortex, monstrous creatures began to emerge, each a grotesque amalgamation of nightmares from their respective worlds.
What are those things?
Naruto exclaimed, his hand instinctively reaching for a kunai. They were like nothing he'd ever seen, not even during the Fourth Great Ninja War.
They're drawn to the chaos.
Ichigo realized, his eyes narrowed in concentration.
We need to fight our way through them if we want to reach the source.
Right!
Sakura shouted, her staff glowing brightly.
Let's show them what we're made of.
The battle that ensued was unlike anything they'd experienced before. Naruto's shadow clones darted through the battlefield, their Rasengans tearing through the monstrous horde. Ichigo, his Zangetsu, a blur of motion, cut down any creature that dared come close. Sakura, her magic swirling around her, unleashed a barrage of elemental attacks, each one decimating swathes of enemies. Their powers, so different yet so complementary, worked in perfect synergy. Naruto's brute force and unpredictable tactics kept the enemy off balance. Ichigo's speed and precision eliminated threats before they could materialize, and Sakura's versatile magic provided support and devastating attacks from a distance. Yet despite their valiant efforts, the creatures kept coming, their numbers seemingly endless. The vortex pulsed ominously, a constant reminder of the true threat that awaited them. Battered but not broken, the three heroes finally fought their way to the heart of the maelstrom. The vortex raged around them, threatening to tear them apart. And then they saw it. It was a being of pure darkness, its form constantly shifting and changing, its very presence radiating an aura of despair and destruction. This was the source of the chaos, the puppet master behind the monstrous horde.
What is that thing?
Naruto whispered, his voice barely audible above the roar of the vortex. Even the nine-tailed fox within him shuddered at the sight.
It's like a hollow, but 1,000 times more powerful, more malicious.
It's the source of the dark magic.
Sakura realized, her eyes wide with fear and determination.
We have to defeat it, or everything will be lost.
The creature, sensing their presence, turned towards them. Its eyes, burning with cold, malevolent intelligence, seemed to pierce through their very souls. A wave of pure, undiluted darkness washed over them, threatening to extinguish their spirits.
You interfere. You will be consumed, like all the rest.
Fear threatened to overwhelm them, but they refused to yield. They had come too far, fought too hard to give up now. Their worlds, their friends, their very existence depended on them.
I'm not letting you destroy anything else.
Naruto roared, his chakra flaring to life. He charged forward, his Rasengan glowing brightly in the darkness.
I won't let you get away with this.
Ichigo shouted, his Zangetsu humming with spiritual energy. He flashed forward, his blade aimed at the creature's heart.
For the sake of all that is precious, I won't let you win.
Sakura cried, her staff pulsing with magic. She unleashed a torrent of energy, beams of light piercing through the darkness. Their attacks, each one a testament to their unwavering spirits, converged on the creature. The vortex raged, the very fabric of the Nexus straining under the immense pressure. And then, with a blinding flash of light and a deafening roar, the creature was consumed by its own darkness. Silence descended upon the Nexus. The vortex dissipated, the monstrous horde vanishing into nothingness. The sky, no longer pulsating with an ominous red, began to clear, revealing a tapestry of familiar constellations. The Nexus, battered and bruised but still intact, began to heal itself. The familiar landscapes, once warped and twisted, returned to their former glory. The crisis had been averted. Naruto, Ichigo, and Sakura, exhausted but exhilarated, collapsed to their knees. They had done it. They had saved their worlds. As the Nexus stabilized, a warm light enveloped the three heroes. It was time for them to return to their own worlds.
I never thought I'd miss the smell of ramen this much.
Naruto said, a tired smile spreading across his face. He looked at Ichigo and Sakura, a newfound respect shining in his eyes.
Thanks, you guys. I couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. You weren't so bad yourself for a ninja.
It was an honor fighting alongside you both. I'll never forget this.
With a final farewell, they were drawn back to their own realities, the echoes of the Nexus fading into memory. The experience had changed them. They had faced a threat beyond their wildest imaginations, a threat that had forced them to confront their own limitations and embrace the strength that lay in unity. They returned to their worlds as heroes, their legends forever intertwined. But more importantly, they returned with a newfound understanding that even in the face of overwhelming darkness, the light of courage, hope, and collaboration could never be extinguished. The Nexus, though gone, would forever serve as a reminder of the power of unity, a testament to the extraordinary things that could be achieved when heroes from different worlds stood together.